Hi there, my name is Cupicate, and welcome back to Life Gen, where we will continue the story of Pumpkin Paw. Last time, Pumpkin Kit became Pumpkin Paw on the 6th moon. Now a medicine cat apprentice, Pumpkin Paw is coming into herself a little bit. She is less shy. She's enjoying her training with Chestnutbird, her mentor. Her father, Pigeonheart, is extremely proud of her. And while she isn't close to many of the other clan cats, she hopes to become closer as she treats them, heals them, and gets to know them through her abilities as a healer. But she's all right having distance for now. She is being taught how to be a good medicine cat, and she can't let anything tear her focus away. You successfully locate a rare herb needed for a particular remedy. Your mentor is so impressed, they do a little victory dance. I love the thought of Chestnutbird doing a little victory dance. I imagine that Pumpkin Paw would be amused, raise an eyebrow, but feel a little chuckle in her chest at her mentor's excitement. While you organize the herbs, you accidentally mix them up. You and your mentor turn the mishap into a fun quiz, making it an afternoon full of learning and laughter. So we have an excellent relationship with our mentor. Pumpkin Paw certainly isn't perfect, but Chestnutbird enjoys taking those mistakes and making it a learning session rather than scolding her. You successfully deliver a kit. It's a rough process, but you feel a great sense of accomplishment. I doubt that's a kit in our clan, but it is possible that Pumpkin Paw, I'm gonna have a hard time getting used to that. Pumpkin Paw helped deliver a kit out in the wild. During a busy day, you accidentally mix up the catnip and the thyme. Uh-oh. It seems like mixing up herbs may be a common issue. But now that it is Greenleaf and the heat of the summer is currently wreaking havoc upon them with their thick furs, the cats are not doing so well. Chestnutbird has gotten heat exhaustion, and Pumpkin Paw must take over those duties. Trimble Whisker has gotten the same. Pod Clover was moving some branches out of the way, and they got a splinter that we may have to take care of. And due to all of the mix-ups, Pumpkin Paw doesn't think they have been performing up to their mentor's standards lately. I don't know if Chestnutbird feels that way. We will check on them in a moment and maybe give them a chat, as we haven't used the chat button in a while. I did want to point out that it does say we are lonesome, but it also says we are always curious, which I think is very fitting of Pumpkin Paw. While Chestnutbird is sick, she is still finding ways to help out in the medicine cat den. She is making up new nests for if there are any other ill cats that need help and bedding for the night while they are treated by both her and Pumpkin Paw. Let's see what she has to say. It seems like she is so exhausted from the heat. She simply has nothing to say. Oh no! So Pumpkin Paw, I had her talk to her dad. So after a long, grueling day of training, Pigeonheart catches you crying alone in your nest. Oh, Pumpkin Paw, says Pigeonheart. You seem upset. Do you want me to get someone else, or... Oh, come on, Dad. Come on, Dad. You got this. He sighs heavily. Okay, if I tell you a story from my apprenticeship, will you stop your whining and let me leave? Wow, Dad, that is so mean. Well, I guess my apprenticeship was anything but easy. All my den mates seemed moons ahead of me at everything I did. Everything I tried, I screwed up. And on the outside, I acted like I didn't care, but on the inside, well, I used to sneak out of my nest at night and take these long walks. It was freezing, but I never minded. I just climbed the tallest tree I could find, sat on a branch, and stared up at the stars, sometimes until the sun came up. I wondered how StarClan could let me suffer like this, how they could just sit up there and watch as I sank deeper and deeper, how they never sent anyone to save me. I was completely, utterly, suffocatingly alone. Never in a million moons did I ever dream that I'd actually get my full name. But you know, here I am. I know it's hard, but the way you're feeling right now isn't going to last forever. It may sound impossible, but things do get better. It's something I learned the hard way. So you know, Don't give up. Good luck out there, Pumpkin Paw. I'll be rooting for you. Aw, he came through with that story. I was almost disappointed, but he actually came through. Pigeonheart turns and exits the den without another word. Let's talk to Rattlegale, our adopted dad. Rattlegale says, Pumpkin Paw, is everything okay? You were just staring off into space. Huh. Is that what I sound like when I give advice to others? Wow, I sound so... knowledgeable? I was going to say stuck up, but I guess it's not that bad if someone like you is giving the advice. So it looks like we actually gave some advice to Rattlegale. So now we are on to patrols. With Chestnut Bird out of commission, Pumpkin Paw has taken it upon herself to go out alone. And while this may be dangerous, this is what she wants to do. She's used to being alone. In fact, sometimes she prefers it. And so she's going out by herself. With the full sun of green leaf fueling plant growth everywhere, it's the perfect time to hunt for burdock. Pumpkin Paw heads out to replenish the clan's stocks. The heat of green leaf has made the burdock plants grow to towering size, with some leaves approaching the length of an adult cat. It's not finding them that's hard, it's trying to carry all the roots back to camp all at once that proves difficult. But despite that, burdock was gathered. The rest of the clan completes their patrols, and Pumpkin Paw barely notices. She's very busy, with Chestnut Bird being ill, Claudette having a sprain, and a few other ailments from the other cats. She's very, very busy. But we are ready to move on to the next moon. You assist Chestnut Bird in the birth of new kits. It's messy and stressful, but when you see the healthy kits and their mother, it's all worth it. You try to hunt to understand the struggle warriors go through. It's more difficult than you thought, and you end up completely exhausted. In an attempt to help, you apply a poultice to a warrior's wound, but you wrap it too tightly, causing discomfort. You manage to save a young kit who was stung by a swarm of bees. Using a poultice of crushed blackberry, you alleviate the swelling and pain, making Chestnut Bird proud. So we're still learning. We're learning how to wrap, even though we've done it too tightly. I'm sure Chestnut Bird corrected us. And we made Chestnut Bird proud by helping a young kit. Unfortunately, tragedy has hit the clan. Apple Speckle went missing and was found dead out in the territory, and everyone mourns their loss. Even though Pumpkin Paw did not know Apple Speckle as well as she would have liked, she still grieves the loss of a clan cat. She wishes that she had been there to possibly help alleviate their pain, possibly healing them, or at least making their passing more comfortable. Chestnut Bird dazedly rolls around in their nest, searching for a cooler spot. Their exhaustion is beyond just a little thing, and their confused brain still has enough observational power to recognize full heat stroke. So we've gone from heat exhaustion into heat stroke. Dusty Streak's sprain is feeling much better, but Burrow Dash now has fleas. While Pumpkin Paw is extremely worried about Chestnut Bird, she cannot miss her duties of finding other herbs for other ailing cats, so she goes out on patrol. Pumpkin Paw heads out to find ragwort, holding the particular fractal shape of its furled leaves in their mind to distinguish it from every other low-growing patch of greenery. Ugh, the ragwort Pumpkin Paw finds is flowering, and the yellow flowers of the plant waft out their scent, leaving a foul taste hanging in the air. But despite this, Pumpkin Paw was still able to bring home ragwort. In an interesting turn of events, Raccoon Star, Slate Shock, and Crouch Scratch all go out on a border patrol, coming across a lone medicine cat. With Chestnut Bird being as sick as she is, and Pumpkin Paw doing her best but still only an apprentice, Raccoon Star decides to let this medicine cat join the clan. So we now have Fern Antler. Fern Antler is an adult female with cobalt eyes and a Bengal pelt with medium fur. She is a thoughtful medicine cat and also a great singer. I love her name, Fern Antler. That's a great name. Let's go ahead and talk to her. You know, I wish there was a new type of patrol. I know there's hunting, border, herb gathering, But wouldn't it be cool if we were able to explore the area outside of clan territories? Like, I would be so down to just wander. What if there was territory that had so much more prey, or super cool new healing herbs? I guess we won't know. She has a wandering spirit. I love that. As the rest of the clan beds down for the night and the moon is coming to a close, Pumpkin Paw is excited to have this new medicine cat. She's very interesting when she talks about wandering and the things that she has seen outside of clan territory, but ultimately, Fern Antler realized she was safer with the protection of a clan. But Pumpkin Paw is admiring her words, her stories, wishing in a way that maybe she could sneak out and see what lies beyond the clan border. And so when she sleeps, she dreams of that into the next moon. You discover a squirrel stashing acorns in the herb store. Instead of chasing it away, you decide to name it and enjoy the unexpected company. We have made friends with a squirrel. That is so precious. A clanmate comes to you with a thorn in their paw. After successfully removing it, they start dramatically limping, pretending it's much worse, and you roll your eyes. Somebody's trying to get out of their clan duties. While organizing the herbs, you accidentally mix them up. You and your mentor turn the mishap into a fun quiz, making it an afternoon full of learning and laughter. So despite Chestnutbird still feeling the extreme heat exhaustion into a heat stroke, she's still trying to mentor. And with Fern Antler there, she is able to do even more. Chestnutbird, in fact, is coming out of her heat stroke. Trimble Whisker managed to recover from their heat exhaustion. Claudette's brain has healed, but Fern Antler now has heat exhaustion, trying to pick up where Chestnutbird left off and all of the things that were left behind while she was ill that Pumpkin Paw simply could not do on her own. But now as we patrol, Chestnutbird will join us. So during this patrol, Pumpkin Paw tells Chestnutbird about a dream that they had last night. They have an in-depth conversation about it, and they have a good idea of what it could mean and what to do with the information. They also got lungwort while they were out. A very simple patrol day. While Slate Shock and Raccoon Star are out on a border patrol, they come across a dog that gets a lucky bite on Slate Shock. They are able to get back to camp successfully, but Slate Shock does have a bite wound. Pumpkin Paw, Chestnutbird, and Fern Antler will hopefully see to this wound and help them. Then Crouch Scratch and Daisy Path go out on their own border patrol in a different direction. They come across a loner who is looking to join a clan. It doesn't take much convincing as the loner is tired of being on their own. And now Procyon has joined the clan. I hope I said that right. I'm sure y'all will correct me if I didn't. So let's go ahead and take a look at this cat. So here is Procyon, an adult male with golden eyes, a marbled pelt, and short fur. He is a vengeful warrior, but he carries himself with grace that not many of these cats have seen. And as this moon comes to a close, Pumpkin Paw is seeing the clan grow. More new and strange faces join every day, more cats for her to heal and to know. But despite this, she is confident in her mentor's experience and that she is getting the best training she could from Chestnutbird. We now go into the 11th moon. A warrior pretends to be much sicker than they are just to get out of patrol duty. You play along and prescribed an extra helping of the foulest herbs you can find. We do have a bit of a playful spirit. In your haste to finish your task, you leave the yarrow near the tansy, causing a pregnant queen to accidentally consume some of the harmful herb. Your mentor is furious. So we have made a pretty devastating mistake, and Chestnutbird is quite disappointed. You successfully deliver a kit. It's a rough process, but you feel a great sense of accomplishment. You accidentally put too much burdock into a mixture and it tastes awful. Your patient isn't too happy. Looks like we're making quite a few mistakes here. You have a dream from Star Clan. It's a bit confusing, but it turns out they just wanted to tell you where to find a big patch of comfrey. So where there is trouble, there is also success. It looks like we have a pretty good balance as we're trying to get used to being a medicine cat apprentice. But I am all out of time for this episode. We will continue the 11th moon in the next one, and hopefully I will be able to draw us as an apprentice in the beginning of the next episode. I know we didn't have art in this episode, but I think that we will save that for right before we go into the next level of our life. And on the 12th moon, we will become an adult, so that is the perfect time to release us as an apprentice. Will be right when we start the next episode. I cannot wait to draw Pumpkin Paw as an apprentice. It will be amazing. All right, well, I hope you all liked this episode. If you did, tickle and poke that like button, subscribe to join our family if you haven't already, and jingle the bell to get notified of when I post more Life Gen, Clan Gen, or Wolf Quest videos. I love you guys. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you next week for more of Life Gen with Pumpkin Paw. Bye!